Yeah, I want to do a little video on the Ride Command mapping. One of the questions I've been asked a lot on my channel is, do I have maps available of some of the rides I've went on? Well, the only thing I have is what's on the Ride Command. And so if I go here, now this is showing where I'm at right now, which is at my home. And that's in Kansas City, Missouri, so it's showing the roads and stuff around there. But I have, if you go to here to rides and waypoints, it shows everything I've added. I'm going to take the waypoints out for now, but this is all rides that I've had mapped out. But some of the stuff I've downloaded onto the Ride Command app that other people can see. But one of the good things about this is, well, let's see, we'll just go to Mulberry Mountain. You can see all these waypoints I put out for different places. So it makes it a lot easier to find them again. And then all these tracks are different times that I've went. So it, you know, a lot of these trails show up before you start anyway, but you can see all the different waypoints I put out. Well, there's one thing I've that's kind of good is say you know the GP coordinates for someplace you want to go, but it's not really, can't really find a map to it. Well, you can come down here and add a waypoint. So I could add a waypoint here and it would put it where I'm at in my house. But if you hit the edit button, which is that, it has a waypoint too, but here it has the latitude and longitude. Well, you go in here and you change those to the GPS coordinates that you want. And let's just say I did all that, and then you can come up here and you can change waypoint and name it to whatever you want and hit done. And but I don't want to do any of that, so I'm just canceling that out. But here's one that I have done that I haven't been to. I've just added I've never been to this place, Bingham Hollow Falls. Now that's the existing road going down to it, but I added that because I had the GPS coordinates. So now I know where it's at, so I can find it now maybe. And I'm going to be going down to Mulberry here next week, so I'll see how close that actually is. But I've done several places like that I've never been. Here's another one up here that I've added a waypoint. You can see I've never been there. Spy Rock Falls. That one I might not be able to get to because I think that's a hiking trail that gets to that, and that's probably a little farther hike than I want. Here's another one I've added because I had the coordinates to it, the High Bank Falls. But anyways, that's the good thing about this Ride Command is you've tracked everywhere you went, and you can make these different rides visible and ones or not. But I'm going to go inside and get on the computer and show you how to find the rides on the Ride Command app. And you don't have to have a Ride Command. The Ride Command app is free, and you can download it on your phone. Well, my buddy Mike, he doesn't have Ride Command in his RZR, so he's going to download that app in his phone, and supposedly it works the same way, so we can link them up, and it would show me on my map where he's at in relation to and where I'm at, and the same thing for him. We'll see how that works, but supposedly it works the same way, but we'll find out. But anyways, this is what it looks like here, and you know, I got all these rides You know, I've tracked almost everything. I've deleted a few, but almost all these places all my rides are still tracked. So, say I went, you know, Big South Creek, Mulberry Mountain. Then I got some Walters Ranch. Of course, Walters Ranch is gone now, but we used to ride there a lot. But you can see Wind Rock. So, like say, I could bring up Wind Rock, and there's their trail system. Now, this is not, I got mine hidden, but all these trails, all this brown, that's trails that show up on the Ride Command already. So a lot of the stuff, the trails will show up. But I don't know why. I'll make it visible. So now I go back there, you'll see now it shows where we rode all this blue when we were down there, which Wind Rocks is a big place. But anyway, so I'm going to go inside and get on the computer. All right, now I'm downstairs on my computer. Well, I bring up Ride Command, so I just click on the Ride Command, and you can download the app for free. And I'm already signed in, so this is my home page on Ride Command. This represented my 2018 900S I had. This is what I have now, a 21 Pro XP. So you can do a bunch of different stuff. You can do map and software updates, and you can also do your maintenance log if you want to keep track of all that. But that's what mine is here. And then here it has, I have not put very many of my rides available on the, because I've been adding pictures and stuff to them, and I haven't got around to it. So I do have a bunch of my rides on here that I can see, but let's just say you go to map up here, and you click map. Now this brings up a map. This was the last place I was looking, so it's down Mulberry Mountain, Arkansas, Mill Creek and stuff. So if you look here, you see all these dots are waypoints that I have put out, and a lot of them, like this, would be the 60-foot waterfall. So if you click on it, if you look over here, there's a picture I added of the 60-foot waterfalls, and then this would be the Mountain Creek Falls. But this whole area here is the Mulberry Mountain Lodge Event Center Campground, and this is where we were staying. But if I zoom way in, you see all these different tracks of different times we've rode. Now, like this is one of the houses you could rent. That's a Sears house, and if you click on it, I got a picture of the Sears house there. This is another house that we stayed at several times, the Outlook House, and then there's a picture of it. But you can see all the places that we've rode down there, and we've added different things. But one, you know, like this waterfalls here, it's really nice waterfalls. Well, when we're riding, you know, we leave here, me and Mike both would have swore that it was down here, because once you start riding the trails, you kind of lose track of where you actually are, where actually it's way up here. But it's good to have everything mapped out, and a lot of these, you know, like on the Mill Creek Blue Loop, it had these trails already marked there, and you can see this brown up here are ones that we haven't rode. They're in the center of the Blue Loop. You know, we might try riding them the next time we're down there. but it works pretty good. So anyways, if I go to my riding places, over here it has my tracks and waypoints, collections, and shared items. So the ones that I have 952 miles of trails on here, but not all of them I've shared. I only shared 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 or so. But these are ones I've shared. So like here's one that's down at Mulberry Mountain. It's Bub's Cabin to OR, so I can view it on the map. Well, if you're wanting to, say you're wanting this map, and you have the app, you can download this. You can download it onto your Ride Command app, and then it'll show up on your Ride Command just like you had wrote it, just like that. Supposedly, I have never done it, but so when people ask me, well, do you have a map to how to get to where you rode and how to get to these places? Well, this one is one that is available. So let's see. If you was trying to find this one, this is Bub's Cabin. So let's go to the community, and we'll type in Bub's Cabin, and there it shows up, and it shows that ride was 104 miles. So you view that on there, and then you can come over here and download it into yours, I believe, and then you'll have that actual map. But I don't know if that'll help anybody or not, but you can get the map. Okay, one of the things that you can do on this Ride Command if you bring it up, like here I brought up my ride. Well, let's see. We'll go to rides in places and shared items, and we'll just do view on map. So this was a ride to Mulberry Mountain. This was 50 miles. So up here is a 3D flyover, which is kind of neat. You click on it, and it's going to bring up this. And there I am. That's representing me. And there's Mulberry Mountain Event Center. And now there's my ride. It's showing where we went. And it's showing the terrain that you're on, which is kind of neat. Now that's running at 128 times speed. You can slow it down or speed it up even more. But that shows everywhere that we went. Up here in the corner, it tells the distance that you went and elevation. But it's kind of neat that it shows that. And then like let's see if let's say if I got one there. Here's one Taylor Park. So here's one. All right. I don't know what that was about. If anybody ever gets a chance to go out to Taylor Park, Colorado to ride, it is really something. But here's the 3D with the 3D of one of them trails. This shows the mountains and stuff you're going through and everything. Right there's where we were staying at Trading Post in Taylor Park. Shows right there the cabin we was at, and there we took off. But it's showing the mountains. It's kind of neat. The elevation, it shows the elevation, like right there, we're 9,600 feet. Now we're 10,000. 11,000. That was Cross Mountain, so that wasn't a very high one. But you can actually get up to 13.8, I think, on Mount Antero. It's the highest. Supposedly that's the highest legal trail that you can drive a side-by-side up in the United States. Anyways, that's what the sign said at the bottom of it. But anyways, it's kind of neat how this goes. That's back to, but anyways, you can, any of these maps that people have made available that they're sharing, you can download them and you'll have them. And that's about all. You know, I've never done it. We might be trying it here before long, and I know we're going to try the app on the phone that my buddy Mike, if he's not for sure if he's going to go this next week with me or not. If he does, we're going to try it, and you can link them up, and it shows where each of you are at on each other's Ride Command stuff. So I don't know if this helped anybody or not. I'm going to put out another video on my trailer. People ask, I get asked all the time what size my trailer is, and then on what radio me and Mike use to communicate back and forth. But I don't know if this will help anybody on the maps. There's a lot you can do on this Ride Command. I'm not no expert on it, and I don't claim to be. I just bubble through it just like everybody else. But there is a lot of good stuff you can do. So I hope this maybe helps somebody.